Hello my students of class 7 and welcome back to your English class. Today we would be continuing with question tags which we started in the previous session. So what are question tags? It is a question, a short question made of just two words which is attached to a statement. Okay, the statement can be a normal assertive statement, it can be a imperative statement, it can be a request, it can be an order, it can be a positive order, it can be a negative order, or it can just be a simple sentence, a suggestion. Okay, so we understood a few things about question tag. Let us recapitulate. Firstly, we understood that question tags are made just of two words, one of which is the subject and the other one is the auxiliary verb that we attach with it. The second feature is that the subject for both the question tag and the associated statement should be the same. Okay, that subject should be same. Next, we understood that for any kind of positive statement, we use a negative question tag, and for a negative statement we use a positive question tag. Okay, so these were the few things that we did, and we understood that in case of any positive command we use which question tag? We can use for a positive command or request, we use the question tag will you and won't you. And for a negative question tag, negative command, we use a question tag that is just will you. Okay. For negative command we use will you. For positive command we use either will you or won't you. And for most of the statements we use the same auxiliary verb which is present in the first part of the statement. Understood? And for any kind of formation which begins with let us, we end the question tag with shall we. For any kind of formation which begins with let us, the question tag should be shall we. Okay, so let us go to the theater. Shall we? Let us go to the school. Let us go to school. Shall we? Like that. Okay, so we understood this parts. Some examples of question tags are given in your book. You may look at it and read them. Let us read some of them together. She didn't contact him, did she? So see, the first part of the sentence is didn't. That means the auxiliary verb is did. So the second part, obviously it will become the same auxiliary verb, but since the first part is a negative statement, the second part will be a positive question tag. Okay, so she didn't contact him, did she? This is the statement which is given. Now the second one is you are not upset, are you? Like this we can understand that the auxiliary will be the same, and for positive statement negative question tag, for negative statement positive question tag. Remember these details, and with our knowledge let us proceed into the exercise which is given at the end of the chapter. It's a very simple exercise. Let us solve it together. Add appropriate question tags to the following statements. Okay. Number one is these students are really intelligent. So let us first identify what is the auxiliary verb and then identify whether the statement is positive or negative, and then add the appropriate question tag. Okay, let us begin. These students are really intelligent. Yes. Without starting to write the question tag, let us identify two things. First thing is that these students are really intelligent. What kind of statement it is? It is a positive statement, right? We do not find any not associated with it. It's not a negative statement. It's a positive statement. And so the question tag will be the negative question tag. And let us identify the auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb is are. So the question tag will be, yes, I think you have already written it in your copies. These students are really intelligent, aren't they? Aren't is a short for are not. Aren't they? Question mark. So see, the same auxiliary verb we are using and we are putting a question mark at the end, and it's becoming, the statement is changing into a question. The second statement is do call me. This is also a positive command. Do call me. So, since it is a positive command, we cannot change it into don't you, as it is a command, not a statement. So, remember what we have read for positive commands. We will change, we won't use the same auxiliary here, but rather we would use do call me, won't you, as it seems proper. Okay, sometimes will you, sometimes won't you. So as this is a positive command, so we use this question tag won't you. Okay, so this too you have understood, I hope. Let's go to this next one. I will be putting up all the answers in the assignment section. So if you cannot write it right now, you can later copy it. I am absolutely right. This is question number 3. I am absolutely right. So this is the auxiliary verb. I am absolutely right. Put a comma and am becomes aren't I or ain't I. Okay. So it will become aren't I. This is the question tag. Number 4 is she was not being truthful. Not being truthful. That means this is a negative statement. Normal assertive statement, but negative. She was not being truthful. So this is the auxiliary. The same auxiliary will come here as well. She was not being truthful. Was she? Then you put a question mark. Okay. Like this. Number 5. Your book is widely read. Again, a simple statement, an assertive statement. Your book is widely read. A positive statement. So, it will be a negative question tag. And the first you have to identify whether this is positive or negative, and then identify the auxiliary verb. Here the auxiliary verb is. Your book is widely read. Isn't it? Since the subject is your book, we use the pronoun it in place of the subject. Okay, so till number 5 we solved together. Try to solve the rest on your own. I will be giving you the answers, but I hope that you are able to do them on your own. All of them are very easy and they follow the same kind of rules. Okay, so study well. Thank you for today's session.